Have you ever been frustrated by your football manager tactic? I know that I am. It's happening to me right now. I mean, I can't get these guys to attack right. They seem to prefer to pass the ball around instead of actually, attacking the goal. This is one of the chief complaints that I have about how tactics work on Football Manager. There's a lot of these levers and buttons that you can press, but it's really kind of unclear what does what. This is the tactic as I originally designed it. The idea was pretty simple. I wanted to bring the ball up the flanks and cross it into the center where we had 5 or 6 players waiting. I took most of this idea from other tactics I found on the web. I've got a few videos already that show what this tactic does when it works right. The problem though is that we keep running into players passing the ball around aimlessly in the back. We'll build up XG, we'll hold on to possession, and we'll get a few chances, but we're not scoring enough goals. The fans have been after me for months now to embrace a more direct style. There are times when we play direct and it actually looks really good. You see, we've got a fast team when you compare us with the rest of the league. A direct style would help us exploit that speed advantage. Now, the trick now is to figure out how to get our team to adopt a truly direct style and stop all of our time wasting. Now, not knowing what to do, I did what everybody else should do. I went online and looked up advice. Well, this is what I came up with. First, we're going to stop playing out of defense. My understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that a direct style largely means skipping through the midfield buildup. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to play out of the defense when you're trying to push the ball up the field as quickly as possible. I also decided to move our passing directness up to much more direct. There's a risk when you do that, of course. The risk is that you won't hold on to possession for long, but we really don't care about possession. We want to score goals. We're not winning because we're not scoring. I also took off all the instructions on goalkeeper distribution. I guess this goes along the same basic theory. We want to move the ball up the field, which means it's okay if the goalkeeper just bypasses everybody else on the team. The goal again is to score as much as we can, even if it means giving up some possession. Again, this is the kind of approach we really want to stay away from. We need to stop passing the ball around aimlessly in the back. Now there's more to this than just fixing up the tactic. We've also got a bunch of players who are grumpy for a variety of reasons. Team morale is especially important in Football Manager, and when morale goes down the tubes, everything looks a little bit worse. So don't be surprised if this tactic doesn't work miracles right away. Our first match with the new tactic was at home against Shanghai Shenhua. They're in 3rd place, and they're clearly one of the best teams in the league. They've also been scoring goals like crazy. This really is a good team. A win here would be huge.
What can they make of it?
See, this is the way we want the tactic to work. Look at how fast we are.
Brought forward. Their attempt. What can they make of it?
We push the ball up the field as soon as we get possession.
And it's played forward. This is quite a run. Well placed into space.
And that leads to open shots, even against really good teams. But our biggest problem is still defending. I mean, we haven't defended well all season. Our star goalkeeper, Southwood, is out with an injury, and I'm really concerned about his replacement, Sasaki. And the defenders really have been just poor. Christian Basogog played really well in this match. We couldn't stop him.
Found the way past. Did well to keep it going. There's some space out right here. That's been drilled in. That is delicious.
You knew that this was going to happen.
Here, a searching ball out wide.
Tatsuta, number 50, decided to leave his man to move forward. That's how Basogog was so open.
He's played it in low. There it is. Found the way past. No shortage of purpose here. Respond positively, not devoid of action. Oh, fabulous!
Then it happened again.
For a throw.
Again, watch Basogog, number 17.
He's got away.
Nobody picks him up, and once again, Tatsuta is out of position.
Taking the initiative. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy.
Man, it amazes me how Football Manager will punish you for a few small defensive mistakes. Tatsuta actually shouldn't have started this match. I mean, he just came back from an injury, he wasn't fully match fit. I went with him because he's tall and he's played well, but I guess that's another reason why the tactic is not always what the problem is. Sometimes it really is just your players. We attacked with all our might.
And somehow he has kept that out.
Even Mitsumaru, who I still want to sell, tried his hardest for us.
Great effort, beautifully taken. Early ball. That was
But nothing was going in.
Strong standing block, lacking in movement. And he's forced to go cross-field. Poked in across. Oh, how's that for a goal?
Kim Young-won scored a late goal to get us back into the
He's
match.
been good yet again. Tearing defences apart. There it is! Delivers with whip. Picked off with relative ease. It's come through. Has some thinking to do now. Fiddles it away.
But that was it. Well, that was a pretty tough 2-1 loss to take. But the team actually looked good, at least in my opinion. I don't know what you think. With a bit more practice and some patience, I think that we'll be able to score quite a few goals with this tactics after just a couple of tweaks. But, well, we still have to fix that morale problem first. I told the players that I thought the performance was fine despite the result. Everybody was offended. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. I mean, if you look at the match stats, you'll see that we did play well. So if the players played well, why would they be upset when I told them that they played well? Can anybody explain this? Look at the stats. You can look at the match momentum too. This was not an awful performance. But we've really had to suffer for it. Anyway, I guess these are just normal Football Manager things. It just goes to show you that it's a bit more complicated than just sticking in a tactic and pushing the spacebar a lot.